Do you want to start BARF, raw natural food, for your cat in a practical and safe way? This video was made for you. In it, you will learn everything you need to know to get started correctly. Which ingredients to use, the ideal proportions, essential care, how to transition the food, and even a complete recipe for adult cats. BARF can transform your cat's health, more energy, a shinier coat, better digestive health, and fewer kidney problems. But beware, when done wrong, it can cause serious deficiencies. Watch until the end to learn how to prepare the diet in the right way and give your feline more quality of life. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Natural Food for Cats has gained more and more space among tutors who seek to offer a healthier, more balanced diet that is close to what the animal would consume in nature. Within this universe, the BARF, biologically appropriate raw food method, is one of the most complete alternatives, as long as it is done correctly. Many tutors, however, still have doubts about how to start and are afraid of making mistakes that compromise the feline's health. This guide is designed to clarify what BARF is, how to make the transition in a safe and practical way, and how to prepare a base recipe to start this journey in a balanced way. BARF for Cats is based on the principle of offering raw and varied foods, including meats, meaty bones, organs, vegetables, and supplements that guarantee all the nutrients that the cat needs. It is a diet inspired by what felines would consume in the wild, respecting their physiological needs as strict carnivores. Unlike dogs, cats do not eat large portions of vegetables or carbohydrates, and most of their diet should be composed of proteins and fats of animal origin. Before starting BARF, it is essential to talk to a veterinarian who is a nutritionist or who specializes in natural food to ensure that all of the cat's needs will be met. One of the biggest risks of this diet is nutritional deficiency if the composition is not correct. Therefore, understanding the ideal proportions is essential. On average, the BARF diet for cats should contain approximately 70 to 80% muscle meats and fleshy bones, 10 to 15% organs, and 5 to 10% vegetables and supplements. These percentages can vary depending on the cat's age, weight, body condition, and health status. The transition from dry or wet food to BARF should be gradual, so as not to cause digestive upset. One of the best ways is to start by offering small portions of natural food along with the food that the cat is already used to. In some cases, it may be necessary to use lightly cooked foods at the beginning to facilitate acceptance, but ideally, at the end of the adaptation, the food should be offered raw, as this is how it best preserves the nutrients. During this phase, carefully observe the cat's feces, appetite, and behavior. Changes, such as persistent diarrhea, frequent vomiting, or apathy, indicate that it is necessary to adjust the diet or the speed of the transition. Another important care is related to the bones. In BARF, bones should always be offered raw and never cooked, as heat alters their structure, leaving them more likely to fragment and cause internal injury. Meaty bones, such as chicken necks or wings, can be offered whole to cats with chewing experience, or crushed for those who are not used to it. This practice helps with dental health and natural calcium intake. In addition to bones, organs are a key part of BARF. Liver, kidneys, and heart, for example, provide vitamins and minerals that muscle meat alone does not. However, the amount must be controlled, especially from the liver, which in excess can lead to hypervitaminosis, whereas vegetables and fruits should be included in small amounts, only as a source of fiber and antioxidants. It is necessary to avoid ingredients that are toxic to cats, such as onions, garlic, grapes, and avocados. To make the routine easier, a good strategy is to prepare frozen portions. You can make a large recipe, fractionate it into individual packages, and freeze it. This ensures practicality and minimizes waste. When serving, defrost in the refrigerator, never at room temperature for long periods to avoid contamination. The following is a base BARF recipe for healthy adult cats. It is important to remember that each animal is unique and that the proportions can be adjusted with the help of a professional. Initial BARF recipe for adult cats. Servings for a cat of approximately 4 kilograms for a day. 120 grams of raw muscle meat, can be chicken, rabbit, or beef. 30 grams of crushed raw fleshy bones, chicken neck or wing are good options. 20 grams of raw liver. 10 grams of raw heart. 15 grams of cooked and crushed vegetables, pumpkin, carrots, and zucchini are great. A teaspoon of salmon oil provides essential fatty acids. A vitamin mineral supplement. Specific for cats, amount is directed by the veterinarian. Mix all the ingredients evenly and divide into 2 or 3 meals throughout the day. This division is important, as cats have the habit of eating small portions several times a day. If your cat is not used to raw food, you can slightly heat the portion at first, just until it is at room temperature without cooking, to make it easier to accept. During the first weeks of transition, it is essential to observe the stool. It should be firm and with a moderate odor. The coat tends to become shinier, the breath improves, and the cat is more active and willing. These are signs that the diet is working well. However, any persistent change should be reported to the veterinarian. Another point of attention is hydration. Although BARF is a high moisture diet, it is critical to always keep fresh, filtered water available. Adequate fluid intake is especially important for the kidney health of cats, as they are prone to urinary tract diseases. Over time, you will be able to vary the proteins and vegetables used in the recipe to make the diet richer and more complete. Try offering different types of meats and introducing new ingredients in moderation, always respecting the indicated proportions. This variety is essential to ensure that the cat receives all the necessary nutrients. If the tutor feels insecure to prepare the BARF at home, there are specialized companies that offer ready-made and balanced kits for cats. This can be a practical alternative for those who are starting out or don't have time to prepare their own recipes. Still, it is necessary to check the origin of the products and the quality of the ingredients used. Adopting BARF for cats requires study and dedication, but the benefits for the animal's health are remarkable when done correctly. Better disposition, cleaner teeth, healthy coat, and lower risk of obesity are just some of the gains observed by tutors who have opted for natural food. The secret is to plan well, have professional guidance, and start the transition calmly. By following these guidelines, you will be offering your cat a biologically appropriate diet that respects its natural needs and promotes long-term well-being. Remember, the key to BARF success lies in balance.